EAccessibility. How design decisions impact accessibility. Online accessibility is meeting the needs of all students and being inclusive of all learning styles. Today, we're going to focus on how our design decisions impact all students in online classrooms. Why is accessibility important? 25 million reasons why. While this statistic is from 11 years ago, it still validates the importance of having accessibility for all. Internet usage in the classroom is not declining by any means. As educators, we want students to be able to learn regardless of visual, auditory, or any other accommodations that are necessary. Being cognizant of such barriers for students helps us to reach our end goal of the students understanding and learning the new information. Enjoy this short video on why accessibility is important for all.
Tell me when you're ready to film.
Oh, we're ready.
Grace always said, my personal motto is blind can do anything.
I'm so tired here.
If she wants to do something, she figures out a way to do it. We never, ever made a big deal about her being blind. I wanted to always raise her like, you can do anything anybody else does, we just might need to figure out a way to do it differently. Going into her school years, Grace has always wanted to just keep right up with her sighted peers and do what they're doing.
I'm in the 5th grade of Village Elementary School. It's completely an open school for everybody.
Grace in the general education classroom because she can do all of the same work as her general education peers, and we want her to be able to show that.
For many years, she has been able to do the lessons, but she's had multiple pieces of equipment. She often had to have an aide read to her.
When Grace doesn't have access to the same things as all the other kids, it really does frustrate her.
I can't just go get a pencil and paper. I have to use special technology that produces braille and that speaks. Open classroom?
It's been really exciting to see what technology can do for her. This year in 5th grade, she's using Google Classroom, and it has just opened up a whole world for her.
Lesson 12, new assignment document contents. Double tap to edit.
Now, when I give an assignment, it's kind of a seamless transition.
She's able to get the same assignment they're getting at the very same time.
And it feels nice not to be like, oh, she's a special kid. We gotta do everything different just for her.
This has been a game changer. Her confidence level has really gone through the roof because she feels like she's able to keep up and that she has something comparable to what her peers are using.
Grace enriches this class beyond compare. And it means so much for me that she is truly included in every aspect of our classroom.
I like this day and age where there's like no segregation. I want to make the world know that blindness isn't a tragedy. This is who I am, and I love the way I am.
All right, some things to consider. What is multimedia? Examples of individual media are graphics, animation, interactive content, graphics, videos, and many others. Do you use just one media or multiple medias? If you have the aptitude and the resources to create multimedia content, sure, go for it. If the multiple forms of media, such as these examples, cause frustration, create additional confusion, then the multimedia is not intersecting the overarching goal of learning. This ultimately can cause the learner to be frustrated and unable to access the material. These images represent an abundance of information that is confusing, frustrating, and it does not lead the learner to the content. Just confusion on what to read first. These are poor design considerations. Multimedia, where do multimedia and accessibility meet? Someone who is deaf or has difficulty hearing needs clear audio or speech-to-text translator. The ability to slow or speed the pace of the audio. Someone that is blind, has difficulty seeing, may need a screen reader capability. If somebody is struggling with mental accommodations, they could impact their attention to focus. A solution is to make the multimedia available to pause and return to the material at a later time. How do we put accessibility into practice? Here are some examples of best practices. Select media only when it is needed to aid the learning process. Simple is best. Ask yourself, is the same information being presented in different formats? If the information is presented in an animated form, is it also being presented in a still format? If you're using color coding, as here at the contact link on this website, are the colors being used going to accommodate students with color blindness? Are the headings easy to use and find right here at the top? When creating content, try it before presenting to students. Make sure that your content works. As in the video stated, all students can do the course material. They just may need to go about it in another way. Let's go and meet students where they're at and being cognizant of creating accessible content for all.